In today's episode of 10 Scary Ghost Videos Caught on Camera. Number 10. Our fifth scary video comes from the YouTube channel Ricky Velasquez, who together with a friend went to an abandoned building that is haunted by a girl who died there. Virtually the entire investigation is carried out at the stairs with the most activity. After reaching this place, Ricky started to hear the girl's voice.
Niña.
Si tú estás aquí, no sé.
Niña. Chiquita.
¿Cómo te llamas? Ya vi.
Niña. Niña. Niña.
¿Quieres jugar? ¿Quieres jugar? Otra vez.
Niña.
Bueno, si hay una niña aquí, que se manifieste.
Ya.
Mira, acá hay una pelota. Te la voy a aventar. Mira, aquí está. Mira, una pelota, ¿quieres jugar conmigo?
Niña.
¿Qué dijo? No, espérate. ¿Mami? No, yo quiero verla, si no, ¿de qué sirve? Yo quiero verla, si no... ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué fue? No te vas a caer.
Strange sounds of a girl started to emerge from the direction of the stairs, and at some point we can see the head leaning out around the corner. After what they heard and saw, they decided to stay in the same place and continue the investigation. But what happened next is truly chilling.
No, pues ya tenemos rato haciendo esto, yo creo que hemos buscado hacerlo.
Niña. Ya.
A ver, háblale, dile que si quiere jugar con nosotros. ¿Ya? No sé.
Háblale.
Hola. ¿Te podemos ver?
Niña.
¿Quieres que te veamos? Manifiéstate.
Niña.
Yo no voy a correr.
Escucha como que se queja, pobrecita. Niña. Chiquita.
Déjanos verte, no te vamos a lastimar.
Chiquita. Bebé. Bebé, asómate, chiquita. Chiquita. Escucho que habla. Chiquita, asómate.
Yo no pienso subir más aquí.
Chiquita, asómate.
Yo no la veo.
¿Y si me asomo nada más yo?
Ay, no. ¿Ya la viste? ¿Ya la viste?
Sí, ya se la miré, no sé si la grabaste.
¿Ya la viste?
Bebé. ¿Dónde está tu mami, bebé? Asómate.
¿Sí es? ¿Sí es lo que yo vi?
Pues sí.
Once again we can hear the chilling voice of a girl, and we see her once again when she leans around the corner. So what do you folks think about it? The real ghost of the girl recorded on the camera? Or is it just a setup and someone's child? You are the judges, you decide. If you want to watch the entire episode of this investigation, visit his YouTube channel Ricky Velasquez. Number 9. The next video comes from the Ghost of Carmel main YouTube channel, which you probably know well. This time we'll look at the latest video where we can see the activity recorded over several days.
Water's already cold, really. Hello?
In these recordings, we can only hear some of the EVPs that he has managed to record, which are quite interesting and disturbing. But not only the voices he managed to record, but also something scary.
This corner here. Hello? This looked to be a small apparition peering through the stair rail. What the hell are you? Honey, what the hell are you?
After we hear weird EVPs again and again, a shadow appears in front of the V-screen that literally disappears from his eyes a moment later. So, did he capture a real shadow man on his camera once again? Or all he's posting is hoax? The final decision is yours. If you want to watch the full episode, visit his YouTube channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Number 8. Another video comes from the YouTube channel Dark Ghost Paranormal, which this time went to a haunted and abandoned house in the middle of the forest. This is his second time in this building. The last time he managed to caught a shadow on the camera, and as you probably think, this time he managed to capture even more scary things.
Ничего не наблюдаю.
Электромагнитик просто разрывается. Сейчас, может, прицел нас пошел.
We can see one of the chairs moving, but apparently it didn't scare him enough to leave this place. After the incident with the chair, he decided to move to another room and set up cameras there. And once again, we can see the strange behavior of one of the furniture. This time the kitchen table moved, but it didn't scare him. Also on the same time, one of the cameras managed to record something truly terrifying. We can see a black figure moving right in front of him. A shadow seems to be moving from right to left in complete silence, and only the camera sees it. But that was not the end of surprises. At the end of the investigation, something unexpected happened. You may hear a strange piercing sound. Immediately after that, the recording stops. What do you folks think about it? Has Dark Ghost really experienced supernatural phenomena in this house and recorded the real ghost on the camera? Or is it just a few cheap tricks and a well-prepared mystification? Choose wisely. You can watch the entire video of this investigation on his YouTube channel, Dark Ghost Paranormal. Number 7. The next scary video comes from the YouTube channel Twin Paranormal. This time Ryan, River, Wyatt and Nick went to the Kent family who lives in Nevada. The family complains of strange paranormal activity in their home. Some things move by themselves and sometimes they hear voices. After their arrival, the entire team began an investigation. For practically the entire time, the Twin Paranormal team used a SLS camera, thanks to which they repeatedly managed to capture someone's figure.
I'm gonna go over towards the 2-year-old daughter's bed and see if by any chance I can find any energy spikes. This device that I'm holding in my hand is a device to where I can find out if you are in here with us right now. All you need to do is come up to this device in my hand and grab onto this device.
Don't move.
Where?
The corner.
The bed?
The little alcove between the couch
In her bed, yes.
and her bed.
Oh, shoot.
To your left.
Literally.
There's something crouching down right to your left. Turn on the AMF.
Right there. That's it.
Oh my god.
Right there, right?
Oh my god, right there.
Are you in the corner right now? I'm gonna sit down right next to you. Is that possible?
Yes. This is recluse. It's on your arm.
It's pointing in the corner.
Are you touching my arm right now?
It is.
Thank you so much. Can you make it spike higher, please?
Oh!
There it goes.
Right.
There it goes. There it
Yes,
goes. Thank
yes,
you
yes,
so
yes.
much.
Dude, I have the chills like no other two. It's still there.
It's like shifting shape.
Why are you in this home? Are you connected to anything here? Can you please let go?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna set this down on the couch if you can. Grab onto it, please, for us. Make
It's
it
gone.
spike.
It's gone? It's gone.
At one point, a figure appeared on the bed, which is also detected by the K2 meter, but after a short while, it disappears. A few minutes later, in silence, the mysterious figure reappears.
We really appreciate you talking to us. You spiking and touching this device means so much to us. This family is very concerned if you are a good spirit or a bad spirit, and we are here to find out if you are here to harm them. Because if you do, you are not welcome here. This family does not deserve anything like that. They are a great family and they are here to live. But if you are here to protect them, then please protect
Wait.
them.
Something is.
Dude, my camera, I've never seen this before, literally had like a strike go all the way through it.
River,
Really?
something is
Yeah.
sitting on the back of the couch as well.
Where?
Someone is sitting.
Whoever's sitting on the couch, whoever's in here with us, please tell us your name.
They are still there.
Where?
To the left.
Where are we going here?
Your left.
You want to grab that EMF?
Something's right there against the wall. It's gone.
This whole
Area,
place is just full of so much energy right now.
Using the little box in Ryan's hand.
Was that you?
No.
Are you
You're
did you not
kidding
hear
me.
that?
I heard something. I thought one of you said
You're
something.
kidding me.
And it's spiking right in front of me.
You stop!
You stop.
You stop! No.
Guys, something is right in front of me. I'm feeling cold.
Dude, I can't.
I'm just
No,
feeling it.
I'm tingling.
It won't go.
River.
Yeah.
EMF.
This time a strange figure appears on the wall, and moments later we hear a creepy EVP. And again, a few minutes later, we see something on the SLS camera.
It's same exact spot. Someone's right here. SLS is picking it up. It's
Where it was?
gone.
Is it because I got in the way?
No, it's just gone.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I just heard a no. I just heard a clean no.
Fear.
Fear. I just heard a clean no.
Once again, the silhouette appears on the wall and disappears as soon as it appeared. After these events, Ryan and River decide to stay alone in the apartment and try to communicate with the ghost.
What is going on? What is all that sliding? Can you grab onto this device I have in my hand, please? We're only here to talk to you and communicate with you and find out why you are here. Can you spike this device if you are a good person, if you have no means in hurting this family?
Yeah.
So you don't want to hurt this family.
That was a good spike.
Can you grab onto this more, please? I know you can. Come on. Show us that you are a good spirit. Thank
There we
you.
go. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate that. And I know the family appreciates that too.
So, are you a part of this family? Were you a part of this family? Spike it hard.
Oh my... Dude,
You
I just
are a
got
part
the
of- dude, I
chills.
got the
just
chills
got the
too.
chills so bad.
So you are a part of this family. So are you a male or a female? Female. If you are a female, spike it really hard. Grab onto it really hard. Are you a male? Grab onto it even harder.
Oh.
So you are a male.
Hold on. Are there two of you here?
While trying to communicate with the ghost, we can see them talk to the spirit through the K2 meter, and thanks to that, they got some interesting answers. What do you think about it? Did the twin paranormal crew who went to the Kent family house capture the real ghost on the camera, and they managed to record one of the better EVPs? Or was it? just a very good hoax. Choose wisely. If you want to watch full episode of this investigation, visit their YouTube channel Twin Paranormal. Number 6. Our fifth video comes from the YouTube channel Extremo, which together with the team went to hacienda that is located in the state of Morelos, which used to be a sugar mill and is now abandoned. The site is also famous for a spooky legend such as El Choco, an infant who is known as the son of the devil, who supposedly killed his own godmother. As usual, Extremo and his crew began by carefully examining the entire area, building after building. When everyone was in the tunnels under the ruins, one of the cameras captured something strange.
A ver si alcanzas a enfocar a ver qué se ve por acá. Bueno, si ves un cacho de túnel, no sé si alcanzas a ver algo ahí. Se ve algo profundo, ¿no? Sí. ¿Cómo ves? ¿Nos metemos o está chiquito? Sí, quizás entre la cámara bien. Me espantas.
In one of the rooms under the building, for a split second, we can see something peeking out through the hole. The whole team didn't see it, so they decided to continue exploring the tunnels. As they approached the exit, at the end, they saw something really scary.
Rayos. Esto se hace más pequeño. Ahí se ve. ¿Qué se ve ahí? No se ve nada. No, ¿eh? No. ¿Le sigo? Ay, güey, algo se vio en el fondo. No manches. Sí. A ver. Cuidado. Y otra vez. Tengan cuidado. ¿Para dónde? Para acá.
At the end of the tunnel on the right, you can see something black leaning out not once, but twice. This time one person from the team, who was at the beginning, noticed the ghost. Oddly enough, this figure had to be very short because to get through the tunnel, everyone had to crouch and practically crawl. After what happened to them, the entire crew continued their investigation and explored more rooms. As they moved between the buildings, one of the camera captured something truly terrifying.
Algo se vio ahí enfrente. ¿Se escuchó algo, güey? Sí. Se escucharon pasos, güey. Sí. Oye, alguien pasó caminando allá, güey. Buenas noches. ¿Sí lo viste, Raúl? Sí. Buenas noches. No venimos a molestar. Ay, ¿escucharon? Buenas noches.
In one of the buildings at the end of the corridor, we can see a mysterious black figure that is moving to the right. After all these events, the Extremo team explored the buildings for a few more minutes, and when they were about to finish the investigation, they once again managed to capture something chilling on the camera.
Mira, están un chingo, bro. ¿Estás trabajando ya?
Sí.
¿Qué? Mira. No tengo pila. Un buen de murciélagos, ¿no?
Bastantes.
Ay, güey. Atrás de ti, atrás de ti. ¡Ah, no mames! A ver, jálate, güey. ¿Dónde es? No. Tengo la lámpara.
Dame chance, Michelle.
In one of the windows of the building, we can see a white figure leaning out, which hides quickly after a while. So, what do you folks think about it? Did Terror Extremo and his crew capture a real ghost who is known as the son of the devil many times on the camera? Or was it just a couple disguised people in a very well prepared hoax? Choose wisely. If you want to watch the whole episode of this investigation, visit his YouTube channel Terror Extremo. Deepweb Video of the Week. Number 5. This scary video is from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill, which this time went to the abandoned Catholic church all alone. While exploring the building, when he was on the second floor, his camera captured something he didn't notice. The board on the right side moves by itself, and then we can hear a mysterious voice saying, "Leave." As I said, he didn't know what happened and what he managed to record. After a few minutes, he went down to the first floor, and once again, he managed to record something chilling. In the room on the right, we can see a dark silhouette of someone who a few seconds earlier was not there. But it wasn't the only time he managed to record this mysterious figure. When he is in the basement of the building, by one of the pillars, we see the same dark figure as before. So what do you folks think about it? Is it a real ghost and the whole place is haunted? Or is it just a hoax? You are the judges. You decide. If you want to watch the full episode of this exploration, visit his YouTube channel Urbex Hill. Number 4. Another scary video comes from the YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, which along with the other YouTubers, Jim and Tim, went to an abandoned building in the middle of nowhere. Upon arrival, the three of them started by checking all of the rooms, and then the area around the building. After that, they went inside, where John's camera captures someone who shouldn't be there.
No, it's Tim. Oh, sorry. Oh, you ruined my moonshot, bro. I already got it though, it's all good. It's beautiful, man. Okay. Alright guys, we've got the K2 meter over here in this window. We're getting things set up. Alright. And then in here, we got Josh on the porch.
On the second floor, we can see someone walking down the hall, but the weirdest thing is that the three of them were on the first floor, and they had checked the whole building beforehand to make sure no one was there. But it wasn't the only time John's camera captures something weird, because a few minutes later, it captures someone again.
It's me. Did you hear that? Sound like something back here.
It sounds like a breath.
Yeah.
Like a woman inhaling quickly. Like that. You, is that you? My breath. It sounds like my breath.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you for talking to us, Ava.
In the door on the right, we can see a black hand that disappears a few seconds later. Even more strangely, none of the folks noticed this phenomenon. But not only John managed to record something strange, Tim from the Breaking the Shell channel, which was also there, managed to record something chilling on the camera.
So yeah. Yeah, the echo box is pretty cool. Alright, dude, I guess we better go in.
Look at that fog.
Yeah, let's go in.
In the window on the second floor, we can see a dark figure walking across the room. So what do you folks think about it? Have John and Tim recorded a real ghost on the camera and the whole place is haunted? Or is it just a mystification? You are the judges. You decide. If you want to watch the entire episode of this investigation, visit Tim and Joe YouTube channels Exploration Unknown and Breaking the Shell. Number 3. Video comes from the YouTube channel Alberto del Arco, which together with his crew went to the abandoned military barracks this time. As usual, Alberto and the team began their investigation by carefully examining each room. While exploring one of them, one of the group members accidentally recorded something strange.
¿Qué es eso? Sí, son ¿Son libros? ¿Qué marca la cámara? Qué raro. Qué raro, esa cámara nunca hace eso, güey. ¿Por qué?
In one of the walls there is a hole through which we can see another room and an entrance, where we can see something strange. Something very thin appears around the corner and immediately hides. After this unusual phenomenon, the team left the building and accidentally recorded something again.
Sí, tengan cuidado. A ver. ¿Qué fue eso, cabrón? ¿Qué fue eso?
No sé.
¿Qué fue eso? Shh, cuidado, 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 cuidado. ¿Hola? ¿Hay alguien? No puede haber alguien. ¿Hola? Atrás.
Estoy diciendo que se escucha como si estuvieran caminando arriba de lo que queda de techo.
Buenas noches. ¿Hay alguien? Acá, 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 acá. Acá, acá, acá.
After the whole crew left this room, they started to hear strange, inexplicable noises. But did you notice the strange dark figure standing in the doorway behind Alberto's back? I bet you don't, because it's very difficult to see and it appears for literally a second. After that, the entire team then proceeded to another room where something bizarre happened.
¿También?
Sí.
Es que, ay, cabrón.
¿Tú?
Es que algo viene para acá.
¿Cómo que algo viene, güey? ¿Cómo que algo viene? Cuidado, güey. 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 ¿Estás bien, güey? A ver, güey, dame la cámara si quieres, güey. Qué madrazo, güey. ¿Estás bien, güey? Sí, güey, es que vi el costalazo. ¿Qué te pasó, güey? ¿Te resbalaste?
No, algo me aventó. Diciendo que algo estaba siguiendo. O sea, algo bajó. Y empezó a ver cómo se movieron las hojas. Ahorita que me quise meter, nomás siento como que algo me aventó.
Güey, estás todo...
One of the cameramen was pushed and fell to the ground and started to feel bad. But that wasn't the end of the strange activity. Literally moments later, something really terrifying happened.
Siéntate un poco, güey. ¿Estás bien? ¿Qué, güey? ¿Qué? ¿Qué viste? ¿Qué, güey? ¿Qué viste? ¿Qué, güey? ¿Qué viste? ¿Qué, güey? ¿Qué viste? ¿Dónde, güey? ¿Dónde, güey? ¿Estás bien, Charlie?
In the next room, we can see dark silhouette moving from left to right, which this time, one of the people noticed it. So, what do you folks think about it? Is what the Alberto team recorded on the camera is a real ghost haunting this place? Or is it just a very, very well done hoax? The final decision is yours. If you want to watch the full episode of this investigation, visit his YouTube channel Alberto del Arco. Number 2. The next video is from the Mindset TV YouTube channel. This time, Casey and Tanner decided to go to an abandoned house that once stood on a plantation that had burned down. Since then, the property is considered haunted due to high paranormal activity. Upon their arrival, they started by exploring the basement with the greatest activity. After some time, they decided to use the spirit box and communicate.
Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us?
Wow.
Creak. Are you talking about the noise that the floor just made while I was walking? Or are you gonna make a creak? Is there anybody here that died in the fire still? Oh, did you know there's a whole door over here? What's behind this door? Can you tell us?
Casey noticed a door on the other side of the basement, and as soon as we entered the room, you could just feel the temperature drop.
This room is f***ed up looking. Did you look in here? Holy shit.
Oh, dude.
You see my breath? It just got really cold,
I
right?
felt heavy cold in my chest.
Yeah. Did you hear something?
Yeah.
Sound like a
Just
tap.
a single knock.
Like a tap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear something?
Yeah.
Sound like a
Just
tap.
a single knock.
Like a tap.
Yeah. Sounded like it was right from the stairs.
Really?
Like the area of the stairs.
You heard that, right?
It sounded like it was right from the stairs.
Really?
Like the area of the stairs.
You heard that, right?
During the session with the spirit box, they were all the time downstairs in the basement, trying to communicate with the ghosts. Suddenly, Casey at one point heard something chilling.
Are you someone that burned in the fire? Walking into the next room while the spirit box was running, it was kind of hard for me to hear anything over the spirit box, but I was pretty sure that I heard a child's voice humming. Making that fall. Hey, mute it real quick.
Solid 4 now.
Mute it. Dude, I swear to God, it sounded like a kid humming like something. Like humming.
We can hear a child's voice humming something. Upon hearing this, Casey got scared, but immediately afterwards experienced something even more scary.
I knew something spooked Casey. I could hear it in his voice. When he said that it was something that was like shaped like a kid, I just assumed it was a piece of junk or something.
I stared at it for maybe 10 seconds and I just figured in my mind it's probably just a piece of scrap metal. There's so much crap down here. Something in the room looks like a kid sitting with their back turned to me and I almost shit my pants. Oh no, became older. It just said became older. The fact that the words became older came through on the Ovilus right after both of us were talking about this possibly being the spirit of a child, I can't chalk up to coincidence. It's just too dead on point. It's like a kid sitting with their back turned to me and I almost shit my pants. Oh no, became older. It just said became older.
Became older?
Yeah, we were asking if it was a kid and it says became older. I think it was just a bucket. My breath is up.
Where?
That's not what it was. There's chairs there, but that's not what I was just looking at.
Which one? Which one were you looking at here?
Hold on, bro.
In the room that Case entered, we can see a mysterious black figure sitting on the ground. For a few seconds, he didn't know what to do and thought it was just some object or something metal. But when he re-entered, after a few seconds, the figure is no longer there. What do you think about it? Did Tanner and Casey really capture the ghost in the camera? Or was it just another friend of theirs and an attempt to increase views? The final decision is yours. I also highly recommended watching the entire episode on their YouTube channel Mindset TV. Number 1. Another strange video is from YouTube user El Payaso de la Todero, which along with the crew went to the haunted cemetery where ghosts are often seen. After arriving to the site, the entire crew began exploring the entire cemetery. At one point, they started a spirit box session where they caught suspicious voices.
¿Puedes decir tu nombre? ¿Quién eres? ¿Quién eres? ¿Qué le entendió?
Entendí que dijo payaso.
Yo también.
¿Es de dijo payaso?
Por eso le pregunté qué le entendió. Dijo payaso, ¿eh? Uy. ¿Ocupas ayuda? Háblame claro. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Necesitas ayuda? Ayúdame. Sí te podemos ayudar. ¿En dónde estás? Mira, 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 mira. Está cerca de nosotros. Ah, no. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Arrastraron algo?
Sí, se escuchó como si había arrastrado algo, ¿eh?
Está cerca de nosotros.
Ve que eso está marcando, güey. Sigue marcando eso.
Pero yo escuché...
¡Oh!
¡Ay, Dios! Acá, güey. Uy, acá, para allá, acá, para allá. ¡Hola! ¿Escuchaste? No, man. No, payaso. Lamento por fuerte, pero... Se escuchó para acá. Hola.
During the session, the K2 meter was triggered by something. They repeatedly caught strange noises, but also inexplicable moans and screams. After that, they continued the investigation at the cemetery, until they captured something truly terrifying.
¿En dónde estás?
¿Te activó?
Sí, como que se está gritando.
Oh, ay Dios.
¿Qué fue eso?
Un bote. ¿Qué es eso, güey? ¿Qué fue eso? Espérate, güey, corre, corre. Pero, ¿qué es eso? ¡Vete, güey! ¡Vete!
Between the graves, we see a mysterious figure of a woman in a black long hair dressed in white, which stands motionless. The whole team escapes from the cemetery immediately after seeing her. What do you think about it? Is it the real ghost of a woman who haunts this place? Or is it just a friend in disguise? You are the judges, you decide. If you want to watch the full episode, visit his YouTube channel El Payaso de la Tadelo.